There's a principle that great people have, and it's probably the most powerful principle I've learned from great people. And when I mean great people, I mean great corporations, great individuals, great countries. They understand that in moments of crisis, complacent ones crumble and frugal ones flourish. And they know that if we can stay frugal, if we can stay disciplined, we will flourish with every difficult and disruptive season. And so, great people look forward to difficult seasons. Great people look forward to difficult seasons. Do you look forward to difficult seasons? I want to buttress this principle with you with a particular story of how Volkswagen acquired Porsche. Both companies were German auto car manufacturers. In fact, Porsche in 2005 set their sights on acquiring Volkswagen. So they started taking loans. They took loans and started acquiring shares of Volkswagen, and they did so for 3 years. By 2008, they had acquired 51% of Volkswagen, but guess what happened? Then came the economic meltdown, the global economic meltdown of 2008. And then the value of the shares crashed. They had to repay loans and all hell broke loose. And then Volkswagen understood this principle. In difficult moments, in moments of crisis, frugal companies flourish. And guess what? Volkswagen turned the table around and decided to buy and acquire Porsche. And today, Volkswagen owns Porsche because they understood this principle. They waited for difficult seasons. Great people understand that difficult seasons are seasons of advantage for them. That's when they can become greater and larger. And then they look forward to those seasons. They are disciplined, they prepare for it. They prepare creatively, they prepare financially, and they prepare socio-politically. 3 ways: they prepare financially, they prepare creatively, and they prepare socio-politically for those seasons. They are always very prepared. Are you prepared for the next disruption? Are you prepared for the next season of obstacles? Are you prepared for the next disruptive wave? If you are prepared, you will find yourself as a frugal one that flourishes and not as a complacent one that crumbles. I do a masterclass on this where I show people how they can operate in this principle step by step, day by day, on a daily basis. And if you want to be part of it, just call the number on your screen after the end of this video. Do have an amazing day. Bye for now. Hi there. So I have a passion to study Fortune 500 companies, the biggest corporations in the world. And over 20 years, I have studied some of these biggest corporations. And the fruit of it is that I have developed a model on how individuals become institutions. Now, please listen to this. In every industry, about 4 firms control a bulk of the industry. The music industry is controlled by about 4 companies. So you have Universal, BMG, Interscope, and one other company. In the film industry, you have Paramount Pictures, you have Disney, you have 21st Century Fox, and one other company, DreamWorks. In the banking sector, you have about 4 companies, 4 banks that control the bulk of that industry. The same thing applies in the cosmetics industry. The same thing applies in the pharmaceutical industry. You have the Pfizers, AstraZenecas, the Rushes, and the Novo Nordisk. The same thing applies in the fashion industry. The same thing applies in the food industry. Nestle, Monsanto, Mondelez, Kraft Heinz. This is a common thread in industry. Now, I have studied all these industries from the beginning, from scratch to finish, and I have seen how individuals become institutions. Now, I want to do a retrospective journey. I want to take you on a retrospective journey on how individuals become institutions. It's just a product of research that I have done over the years on how individuals become institutions. If you would like to be part of this class, please let me know. You can call the number on the screen or send me a DM and we'll reach you. I look forward to having you in this unforgettable experience. Do have an amazing day and bye for now. If there is any lesson I have learned by studying over 500 great organizations, corporate organizations in the world, it is that never run away from a crisis. Never let a crisis go to waste. I want to show this by profiling the story of Volkswagen. I want to show you how crises are amazing and wonderful opportunities for people who have the right mindset. By profiling Volkswagen, one of the biggest car manufacturers in the world. Volkswagen, as I speak today, they own car brands such as Audi, Seats, Skoda, Bentley, Bugatti, Porsche, Lamborghini, and so on and so forth, other brands as well. In fact, I think they're in a partnership with Rivian, one of the new EV manufacturers, and it's a company that sells up to 10 million cars every year. It's a company that is one of the major pillars of the German economy, which is one of the best economies in Europe and the world. So let's look at this. Now, Volkswagen built themselves to becoming an institution by understanding and taking advantage of crisis. crisis. Let's start with what happened in 1964. In 1964, shortly after World War II, Volkswagen acquired Audi. Audi was part of a German car manufacturer called Auto Union. But what happened? They were financially struggling. That is, Audi was in financial struggles at that time. And then Volkswagen saw that as an opportunity to acquire Audi, and they acquired Audi. It gave them leverage, ability to have new models and expand, economies of scale and all that. But they didn't stop there. In 1986, Volkswagen acquired the Spanish auto car maker Seat. Due to the same circumstances, they waited for moments of crisis to acquire other car brands. So they strategically positioned themselves for moments of crisis. They knew that during moments of crisis, our competitors will have difficult times, and that's a good time for us to acquire them. So they waited, they looked forward to times of crisis. So that was the second acquisition. Then, in the late 80s, after the collapse of communism, Czechoslovakia had a nationally owned company called Skoda. And they were transiting from a nationalist economy to a market-driven economy. And after the collapse of communism, another crisis, Skoda was up for sale. Guess what Volkswagen did? They acquired Skoda. Simple. And then guess what? A few years after that, Lamborghini lost its owner, Federico Lamborghini. He passed away. And guess what? The company started having financial struggles too. Ability to, cope with the market, and it was just challenging. And guess what Volkswagen did? They acquired Lamborghini. But guess what? They didn't stop there. They did not only acquire Lamborghini, they also, in the same vein, acquired Bentley and Bugatti. And as if that was not enough, during the 2008 economic crash, Volkswagen acquired what? Porsche. So they understood this principle. And guess if you understand this principle, you will be very disciplined and wait for times of crisis, because you know that in times of crisis, competitors will crumble and then you can cash in on that. I hope you learned from this lesson that great minds never run away from a crisis. In fact, they look forward to crisis because they know that in times of crisis is an opportunity to expand, because complacent companies will crumble and the frugal ones will flourish. I hope this works well for you. Do have an amazing day, and bye for now.